Hey guys, it is currently 2:56 in the morning on July 30th, and we're going to go ahead and talk about CampNaNo's day 21 through, let's go all the way up to 29. This is going to be a slightly longer video, I imagine, but I'm going to try not to stretch it out forever. I apologize in advance if you can hear the ceiling fan on. I'm on a heating pad, so I don't want to overheat, so I've got that. And my dog is sleeping behind me, so she's constantly making noise and rolling over. I don't think you can see her. Oh, there. You saw her move a little bit. That's her head. There she is. She's pretending to sleep back there, so you might see her move. You might hear her dramatically make noises, but that's it. Today is a relatively high pain day for me. Yesterday was much of the same, so I'm going to do my best to get through this, but also might have to take breaks for my jaw and or my back. I'm doing my best to stay against the heating pad here, but we'll see how things go. So we're going to start with July 21st here. I worked on Symbolically Carved at the beginning of the day and wrote 1,230 words there, 302 in The Poisoning of John Doe. A failed sleep attempt due to pain. I tried to sleep, I couldn't, so I went back to writing because what the hell else was I gonna do? But I did accomplish another 1,048 words in the second book in the Books and Badges series. Headed to bed, slept in, so no more writing. But that brought my total for July 21st to 2,580 words, and my total for the month so far to 65,178. On July 22nd, I was exhausted from my sleep adventure the day before, so I took a nap for about 2-ish hours in the morning, on and off. So like, I might sleep for 15 minutes, and then I was up for a little bit, and then I'd sleep again. Sometimes that's related to my sleep, sometimes that's related to my thyroid, sometimes that's just related to my pain. Some days are easier than others to sleep, some days are easier than others to stay awake, but then I get days where my thyroid is very clearly swinging out of whack again, because it can just kind of shift on a dime like that, and it's out of whack, and then it fixes itself in a few days. But whenever my thyroid is out of whack, I'm exhausted, it's hard to concentrate on things, a little bit of brain fog. My pain is usually a little bit worse on those days, or weeks, depending. But I do my best. It's about all I can do. But eventually, after that, when I woke up, my knuckles were still too sore for writing, so I ended up gaming instead. And then once I was back on the computer, I did 200 freelance tasks because those are just less stressful. And that was 506 words there. I headed to bed, and when I woke up, I wrote 284 words in Books and Badges, and that brought my total for July 22nd to 790 words, and my total for the month so far to 65,968. On July 23rd, I wrote 1,040 words in Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter. Headed to bed. When I woke up, I did 21 freelance tasks, which was 526 words towards the nano count. And that brought my total for July 23rd to 1,566 words, and my total for the month so far to 67,534. On July 24th, I had another high pain day. That's been a running theme as of late. But I wrote 110 words in King of Darkness, 390 in Rowan the Healer, did 47 freelance tasks, which was 1,328 words, headed to bed, and when I woke up I did no more writing, so that brought my total for July 24th to 1,828 words, and my total for the month so far to 69,362. I'm going to take a short break here, and then I'll come back with July 25th. Alrighty. On July 25th, I started with the Happy Face Killer rewrite, and I wrote 2,906 words there. 1,132 words in the Grim Reaper rewrite, and that brought my total for July 25th to 4,038 words, and my total for the month so far to 73,400 words. On July 26th, I only worked on Grim Reaper, and that was 2,042 words, and that brought my total for the month to 75,442 words. On the 27th, I wrote 1,588 words in Grim Reaper, edited a little over 2,000 words for another writer, did 20 freelance tasks for 508 words, headed to bed. When I woke up, I wrote 946 words in Symbolically Carved, and that brought my total for July 27th to 3,042 words, and my total for the month so far to 78,484 words. On July 28th, I started with Symbolically Carved and wrote 2,072 words there, did 14 freelance tasks, which was 400 words, headed to bed, and after I woke up, I edited about 6.3 thousand words for another writer, different writer than the one from the day before. And the writing portion brought my total to 2,472 words for July 28th, and my total for the month so far to 80,956. For the July 29th, which is the last day that we'll hit in this video, I was stiff and sore all day yesterday. My knuckles were killing me. I didn't do much more than just sit here and watch YouTube until I went back to the desktop, where I did nothing more than stare at the document for Symbolically Carved and hope for the best. But I wrote 784 words in Symbolically Carved, and that was it for that day, but that brought my total to 81,740 words. The only other thing that I did on the 29th that could be considered nano related, and about the only thing I did at all, I didn't do a lot yesterday, even outside of nano, was I went through to do the what do I call that, to-do list stuff for Symbolically Carved, because I haven't been writing stuff down as I'm writing the book, so I haven't been writing my notes. So I went back through and started here to do the to-do list stuff from the very beginning, and that's, you know, it's can kind of see that, but it's not going to focus super well on it unless I reach out and adjust the focus. And I don't know how to do that when it's recording. I don't know if I just hold down the autofocus button or what. Again, I'm still getting used to it. I still haven't filmed a ton of videos on it. But I'm making progress. I'm caught up in these to where I am in Symbolically Carved, which is good. I've found a new way to take these notes that makes me happy and feels like everything is here in one place. Like, instead of writing down the character names on a page and hoping that I leave enough space, I'm just putting it here. Like, here it says, make supper for himself and his brother, which himself is referring to Dallas, the main character of the book. And then right here it says intro with a period after it, meaning introducing Xavier Silver, and then there's a little bit of description from him that is included in the book. Right in that section, so if there's not description included there, it doesn't end up in the book or in my notes, and if there is description, then it ends up there. And that's a good way to introduce my characters into my notes, so they're introduced as they're introduced in the book. And I'm doing the same with, like, crime scene information. Like here, read through case file from Bo. And then new info, which is stuff that they didn't, or that Dallas at least didn't know before, and it goes over the livor mortis part that Dallas reads in the scene. And then the time of death, still unidentified, a needle mark, the organs that have been removed, and the symbols that were found on the body, and that's all stuff that Bo wrote down on his notes in the file for Dallas to read. And now it's all here, and eventually I'll highlight stuff that relates to certain situations, that way it's easier to look back on them. Like the dates, like here it's Saturday, February 9th. I normally highlight those in yellow. I normally highlight crime scene stuff and crime evidence in blue, and sometimes I do character descriptions in like orange or green. So for this one I'll highlight when the characters are introduced, so that way I can always go back through and find their names, which is especially helpful when you have like witnesses and when the victim is identified and stuff like that, which, since I'm a pantser, having all of that stuff is very helpful. And since I have days where I can't remember anything because of my thyroid and or anxiety, or just because I'm exhausted, having the notes really helps, to put it gently, I guess. But at this point we have 2 more days of CampNaNo, the 30th and the 31st. Hopefully I'll film a video for each of those individually. It will just be a little bit into August before you guys see them. But that's okay, I'm still adjusting to the new process of filming on the camera and then uploading them in the mornings onto the computer to move them over to my flash drive so I can edit them in the night and all of that. But it's a process and I'm adjusting to it, and we'll go from there. It might take me a little bit, but we'll get there. This has been my best month in a while, I think maybe since February or March, and I'm very happy that I managed to hit 60,000 words. I'm even happier that I hit 70,000, and even happier that I broke 80,000. I think maybe February was a 90,000 month, and it's been mostly declining since then. So I'm very happy with the way this month has gone, even if I've been in a lot of pain the last couple of days, and even if that pain continues throughout the next 2 days here. But we'll see how things go and go from there. So that is all that I have for this specific CampNaNo video. I'm imagining that it will be pretty close to the end of July when you see this for obvious reasons, so I hope that July went well for you guys, and if there's any time left in it by the time you see this, I hope it continues to. But that is all that I have for this video. If you enjoyed, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, or anything that I do on the channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.